Hello, folks, and welcome to the Klipper Golf Course. We're here with Val Vasquez. Val, what's up?
Loving it out here.
Yeah. So Val's going to be playing at our Klipper Bash on Friday, the 25th of July. But before that, you know, I thought we'd take a little time to get to know Val a little bit. Val doesn't only play music for us at the Klipper Bash, but he also works and serves aboard Marine Corps Base Hawaii for MCCS. He works in the logistics department. Also, besides that, he's running trails, he runs in the mountains, races all around the globe. Also, he plays music everywhere. So this guy's full of energy, and he's rocking and rolling. Val, so tell us, what do you do at logistics there? What's your position?
Well, logistics, I'm a warehouse supervisor, but I've become the old man in the shop. So I wear 10 different hats every day. I know a little bit about everything. So a jack of all trades, master of none, but primarily procurement, and someday I may be driving a truck. Another day I'll be ordering things, online or dealing with vendors, and everything in between. Yeah. So yeah, I love it. It was
awesome. I remember when I first started working at the Klipper, and this is my first memory of you, is or one of the first anyway. Oh, Kevin, go get more letterhead. Oh, okay. How do I do that? Call Val. And that's my first memory of you. And so, I remember at that time you were running that warehouse of supplies. You had all of the MCCS supplies going.
Yep.
And I would always come to see you for letterhead and envelopes. That was always, always called out. And you were always like, when you call places, especially, when you call places where they're servicing you, they're not really serving you, servicing you, because you all work together and you're not really their customer. You get on the phone, it's like, yeah, what do you need? Right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'd call you, and that's what I'm expecting, but it's like, hey, how's it? Hey, Kevin, how's it? Yeah, oh, sure. You know what? Hey, I'm going to be out and about at about this time. What do you say I drop them off at, oh, you're going to drop them off? Yeah, oh, thank you. But that was you, right from the get-go. My first memory of you is a guy with so much aloha, so much enthusiasm, and you just seem to love your job, but not only love your job, but love people, And so what better job could you have than serving aboard Marine Corps Base Hawaii, serving the active duty and their families, right?
And you know what, it starts with being, I was a son of a Marine. That's how I got here.
No way.
I got here back in the 70s. Yep. My dad was a sergeant major, got stationed here in the 70s. So I went to high school here, finished high school here.
Wow.
Graduated, started going to the UH for a while. And then when he decided to go back to the mainland, I stayed here. And I made my way through MCCS. I went off various times, but I kept coming back. There's something about MCCS, Marine Corps Community Services, and serving the Marine Corps, and now the sailors aboard the base, that keeps bringing me back here. So this is my fourth activity, actually. Bowling center, vending, main store, and then now logistics.
How about that?
Yeah, so there's something about this base. I mean, even on my worst day, which isn't many, but I can look out and see the ocean, the mountains, beautiful ko'olaus, the ponds, and everything in between, the bay.
Yeah.
So, it's only natural to feel the aloha over here.
It's a special place.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and a special place and a unique opportunity to be a part of a community as well as to serve, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, like I tell everyone, you say, what do you do? Oh, I work in golf. Oh, you work at a golf course? Yeah. Well, what do you do? Oh, I'm a PGA professional. I run the golf ops over there. Wow, that's so cool. I said, but you know what's really even more special? I said, I've been doing this my whole life, but I've always enjoyed serving people because, with golf, I've never been really super good at it, but I was good enough to get to the level where I can help other people.
Yeah.
And, I wasn't good enough to help myself. But anyway, but I've done that, and I've really embraced that and taken a lot of pride in that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but when I got here, and they gave me the pin, you know, and they told me you're a civilian Marine.
Yeah.
I said, oh my goodness, what a privilege.
Yeah.
And an honor, right?
Yeah.
And I know you feel the same way.
I do. It's you know, my dad retired after 33 years, Sergeant Major, tours in Vietnam, Lebanon, but he loved Hawaii. He loved this space, and so to be out here and you know, once again being a part of the family. I remember as a military child living here. I lived right across from this golf course. So I came over here, I would take lessons, I would go down to the beach, I'd body surf all day. And my first real job, once again too, was the bowling center. Actually, my first job was bagging groceries at the commissary.
Neat.
I was 15, I had to get a worker's permit.
Yeah.
And then I moved into the bowling center at MCCS, and you know, there's just, once again, there's something about working for this company and working here on the base that's you know, brought me back after all these years. So yeah.
Okay, so when you came to the islands, what age were you? 15 then, or were you was it before that?
I was 15, right?
15
yeah.
when you arrived here. So that is a interesting age to come over, because you know, right in those teenage years, going through adolescence, going through puberty, going through all of that stuff where the hormones are kicking in and the emotions are out of control, and now you're uprooted from whatever you were comfortable doing, and you're boom, you're planted in someplace that is so unique. Yeah. Right. Yeah. What was that like?
It was, well, I was kind of used to going through that every 4 years as a Marine Corps dependent.
Yes,
so
that makes sense.
You know, we from Texas, California, Texas, South Carolina. So when I got here, I can tell you honestly, I still remember coming out of the Like tunnel, looking over the windward side, and I was just like, then I knew, I said, I'm staying here.
No
I knew
way.
I've always loved being near the water. And if I hadn't have gotten stationed here, my dad got stationed here, I would have made my way back to California, because I loved living in Oceanside, Southern California. But chances would have it, they brought us here, and I knew I was going to stay. Once again, I was spending all my waking hours here at the beach when I wasn't in school.
Goodness.
And something about it, I just knew I was going to be here at home. So so that's when I was like, literally told my dad, you know, it's been nice moving every 4 or 5 years, but they understood.
Right.
You know, they understood. So
you were at home.
And it's, I continue to, you know, just love this place. Like you mentioned, I've been all over the world, and every time I go out and come back, it just makes me appreciate this island and this base even more. You know?
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, so you came over at 15, and did you go to Kalaheo out here?
Went to Kalaheo, graduated from Kalaheo, and then did some time at University of Hawaii, and then Windward Community Colleges. And then at some point, I didn't really have a direction as to what I wanted to follow. So I basically jumped into the work world, and most of my time, and then also was playing guitar. Part of the time in bands. You know?
All right, so there you go. That was going to be where we went next.
Yeah.
So at what point did music enter your life? Was it since you were a kid, or?
Yep. I've always been in tune to music. I can remember even as young as like 4 or 5, wherever we went. And to this day, for some reason, wherever I go, I'll automatically focus on wherever the music is, subconsciously. Whether I'm in a store, wherever I'm at, the radios, my mind will automatically tune in there. But I knew all along that that it would never be a full-time job. So I've basically been fortunate enough to be able to support myself and then to play music, you know, on the side. As you know, as a now, you know, because of where, you know, working for MCCS, I have the flexibility to play part-time, and that's
right.
You know,
that's awesome, right? Yeah. But for you, it's not even vocational. It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
It's your love. It's your passion.
It's a passion.
Yeah. So it's almost like you're not like playing music on the side to make money. You're actually going out for almost like that's your recreation. That's your put the wind back in your sails.
Yes. It's what it is. And my motto that I tell myself is, I live to play live. Yeah. And reason being that is because some guys, they'll never leave their bedrooms. Some guys will be on big stages. You know, some guys will teach. Some guys will record. For me, it's all about good music and sharing it with people, because I get the same energy back. and it's been very therapeutic, very beneficial to me in so many ways. But that's really where it's all, and that'll never change. The passion, it never grows old.
Oh,
so
my
basically,
goodness.
living to play live is what I live to do.
Yes, nice.
Yeah.
And so, did you start off like singing first or playing guitar first?
Playing guitar all the way.
Okay,
I was still living at home and playing in rock bands, and I was actually studying classical guitar too for a while at UH. But my mom would always tell me, you know, why don't you sing? And I'd be like, I don't want to sing. I just want to be a guitar player. And our first bar band was going great. My first bar gig, and then the singer left us one day, left the island, completely left us, and the rest of us started singing out of necessity. I didn't enjoy it. I was not very good at it, but just kept at it, and it became part of what I do. And now it's equal. I love singing as much as I do love playing. You know,
neat. And so when you started playing guitar, it was here?
I actually started on the mainland. I was when I was in high school in Texas. I took basic intro guitar lessons at my high school there in El Paso.
Did you start on the acoustic or on the electric?
Acoustic. I played acoustic for years. Even when I moved here, I had a beat up Yamaha nylon string that I would play everywhere.
Wow.
And I didn't play electric, I think, probably until mid high school years, I think, you know.
Okay, so when you made the switch from acoustic to electric, were you already fairly experienced with the guitar?
Yeah, I mean, I had been taking lessons, so I knew basic music theory. I was already learning basic scales and chords.
So you knew all your chords and scales already, and some of the music theory.
Yes, but you know what? The thing about it is playing rock and blues. When I got into it, it's actually a simpler form of music. So I find myself having to really go into that whole realm of power chords and simple scales, stuff like that. So it worked out.
That's nice. So when you started, what did you cut your teeth on? What genre of music?
When
you first started learning acoustic and playing, taking lessons, what were you?
I loved rock. Yeah. So I was learning a lot of rock stuff, but really pretty much blues was where I started. Reason being is because rock to me was basically sped up blues. So I started learning all of the, Lightning Hopkins, B.B. King, Muddy Waters, because it was slow enough for me to get a grasp on the scales and stuff like that. So that's really where my love started. And then it morphed into rock.
Nice.
And now, long story short, it's rock, pop, Hawaiian, country, reggae, alternative rock, and everything in between. Yeah. Love it all.
Wow, that's so neat. And so, so you made the switch. You transitioned from the acoustic, or not made the switch, but you brought on the electric in addition to.
Yes.
And that was because you were going to join a band.
Right.
And so when you met your friends and you folks started talking about, let's get a band together, was it at that point you said, hey, you know what? I'm going to go get an electric guitar and we'll start playing? Or how did that work?
I actually started playing before that, and which was good because I started learning, it was records back then. Yeah. But I just started, copying what I heard. There was no YouTube, no internet. So basically it was what I heard, whatever books I could get, or just watching people and trying to see what they did on their hands and stuff. So a lot of it was just with records, just learning as much as I could. So by the time the band opportunities opened up to me, I was a little more proficient on the electric. I had some gear and
nice.
It was all garage bands. So it was all guys were just like me, just beginning. So it was all, the Stones and, things like that, all the stuff that people were listening to at the time back in the late 70s, early 80s.
So you continued playing in the band all the way through?
All the way through. I was in a rock band for a while that was playing all the military clubs when live music was really strong in the military clubs. Schofield Barracks, Pearl Harbor, Whitmore Village, here in Kaneohe and stuff like that. So for a couple of years I was doing that, and then we branched off. I started playing in the bars with different bands, rock. I got into some dance bands. I played in a Filipino band for a while too,
really?
Which was awesome. It was great. Those guys are amazing musicians. So I was subbing in a Filipino band.
Like playing Filipino music?
They're actually covers some Filipino music, but they were excellent at, they loved Journey, they loved Bon Jovi.
Wow.
And so they were, really, I learned a lot from them too. And then...
so you were with them before Arnell came in then?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, yeah, but
No, because I watched, I used to watch YouTube. I swear to God, before Arno joined Journey, I was watching him in his band called Zoo.
oh yeah,
The Zoo.
wow, yeah,
And I was watching this guy on YouTube because this guy could sing all the amazing covers.
yeah,
Journey, what's those guys? The Eye of the Tiger guys.
yep. Survivor.
Survivor.
Mhm.
He's even singing Heart.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this guy's doing all these covers and nailing it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, right, he joins Journey. It's like, oh my God. Yeah, of course he did.
They started him young over there, and the Filipino band I was with, the girl had been singing in the Philippines since she was 4 years old in song contest. And when they needed a guitar player just to fill in for one night.
Yeah.
And she started, and I was just like, I almost had to focus back on my guitar because I couldn't believe
So good, that's why.
how good she was.
Yeah.
You know,
Distracting.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
amazing. And so I kept subbing in that band for a good half a year, I guess. You know, and so whether you're playing with beginners or experienced musicians, veterans, I always learn something and always bring something back.
Nice.
So I think that's kind of the love and respect I have for what playing solo has brought me.
Okay, there
Because
you go.
I can play several different types of music,
Yes.
just morph it onto a voice and a guitar, and
Right, right.
let the magic happen.
Nice.
Hopefully, sometimes it does. You know?
Well, you know what? That's the beauty of live music, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know what you think about it, but the way I see it is like you think you know what you're doing,
Yeah.
and you start doing it, and sometimes it doesn't always work out, and then you find a way to make it work out. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's part
Yeah.
of the dynamic and the fun,
yes,
right?
Yes, it always will. And then also, I was going to focus on you real fast too, because on the way here, one of my guys told me that you were actually in a pretty good Christian band.
I used to be.
Hoku?
No.
No Hokus?
No. Well, that was when I was with Polly.
Yeah.
Me and Polly were.
Oh, okay.
We had a duo.
Yeah.
And we got nominated for some Hoku.
That's what they told me.
But we never won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just to be nominated, and so I just wanted to kind of shine the light on you too, because you are also, a pretty good solo guy as well. So
I'm all right.
No. I want to put this on the record. I'm a fan of this guy too. He can sing, he can play. So maybe if you come out to the bash, somebody comes out to the bash, I'll get you this time. I think I wrote it into the contract that you would need to play at least one or two songs. So
if I'm not sick, right?
Oh, no, regardless. Yeah. No.
No, thanks.
Yeah.
But hey, so real quick. So when did you start doing solo stuff? Because you were in the bands for a while.
Yeah.
Right? And it sounds like you weren't the lead singer in the band. Sounds like you were the lead guitar player.
I was kind of doing half and half. It was a bar band. But this goes back to MCCS, because when I started here, Jeannie Chang, who was our HR trainer, she asked me to play a Length of Service Awards.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jeannie, I'm in a band. She goes, no, you play guitar, you sing. You can come and do it. I'm like, no, okay. She goes, we'll pay for your lunch, and I'll talk to Earl, my boss at the time, and see if we can. So next thing you know, I'm sitting there just for the first time, just trying this, to replicate something of a solo guy. And so that's where I got started here during that time.
I had no idea.
Yeah, and then really the big thing was COVID. Once COVID hit, that was the last with the band. We couldn't, all the gigs dried up, and that's when I really made the shift into doing this more as a priority. And that's really kind of where it was out of necessity.
Right.
But, so you mentioned my trail running and music. Both of those came out of COVID. So, as dark as a period as it was, the bright spots was it made me a better person physically and as a musician. So,
how nice, right?
out of everything that bad happens.
Yep. I guess that's where they get the saying about silver lining in the cloud, right?
You got to look for it and you got to follow it. So, that's kind of when I really kind of ran with it. And I should have done it earlier, because I love it so much.
You know what? It is never too late, and you're loving it and living it right now, right?
Oh yeah. Especially right now. Right now, got the beach behind us, and
Hard to go wrong.
you know, yep. And I've got you know, surrounded by friends.
Yes, sir.
And
Kendrick behind the camera.
Kendrick's amazing. You know, I tell you, you know. So
Yep.
Anyway,
Getting sunburned back there.
Yeah.
God bless you, Kendrick. Thank you. Okay, so Val, before we go, you got to plug yourself.
Okay.
So you got a website?
I do. ValVasquezMusic.com.
ValVasquezMusic.com.
And that also goes for Instagram and Facebook.
Instagram and Facebook is the same thing.
Val Vasquez Music. You know.
Val Vasquez Music.
Yeah. So you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, my website.
Yep.
I always joke around, tell people at the skate park, if nothing else fails, somebody scrawl my number on the side there. So just go down over there, and then somebody.
And on all the bathroom walls.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The couple. So anyway,
for good music call.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for clarifying that. I appreciate it, Kevin. You know, but anyway, so that's where you can find me, and I've played as for, you know, in front of big. I've done some big 300 people seatings for Thanksgivings and Mother's Day, and I played last night in Wamanalo for a birthday party.
Right.
For like 20 people.
Right.
I played as little as like 1 or 2 people, private events, and so everything in between. So,
right.
You know.
So, okay, so you've got gear, because I know you've got a lot of sound gear. You've got big board, small board. You got big speakers, small speakers. You have your own generator. You can go on location.
Yep.
You have all the gear. You can play a multitude of genres. And you are just user-friendly, right?
User-friendly. Why didn't I think of that?
Right? User-friendly.
Yeah.
I mean, really, you're so easy to work with. You're so entertaining, and you make people feel good. The room is always better when you are in it, my friend.
Wow.
And that's the truth. That is the truth. Okay, so, but you also have a band. So they can even book your band if they wanted to.
Yeah, we're still in the we've got a couple of sets down. We call ourselves the Vinyl Frontier.
Frontier.
Older guys like me. Was another guitar player, a bass player, and a drummer, and we're doing songs from the 70s, 80s, some classic rock, a good mix.
Yeah.
It's just older guys just playing for the love of playing live.
Yeah.
So the Vinyl Frontier, you know, will keep your ears out for them.
That is
for
so
them guys,
cool.
you know.
Okay, so we can go to ValVasquezMusic.com.
Yep.
And we can go Val Vasquez Music on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes.
And can they call you direct too?
Oh, yeah.
What's your number?
808-284-2685.
And call or text, right?
Call or text, smoke signal, coconut,
Yep.
wireless, anything you got there.
Call the Klipper.
Email, call Kevin.
Yeah,
he'll take his 10%, and you know. So sounds good. But
all right. Well, thank you so much, Val.
Thank you, Kevin.
This was a pleasure.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Don't forget, bring your guitar on for the Klipper Dash.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bring it. Leave it in
It's in the contract.
All right, folks. So you heard it.
Aloha.
ValVasquezMusic.com. Aloha. And we'll see you at the
Mahalo.
Klipper.
Yee-hoo. You say you love me, I say I love you. So why don't you stop your little crying, dry your weary eyes. You know I love you, yeah. Ooh, baby, here I am. Come rub upon my belly like guava jelly. Ooh, baby, here I am. Come rub upon my belly like guava jelly. Guava, guava jelly. Guava, guava jelly. Guava, guava jelly. Guava, guava jelly. say you need me. I say I need you. So why don't you stop your little crying? Dry your weary eyes. You know I love you. Ooh, baby, here I am. Come rub upon my belly like guava jelly. Ooh, baby, here I am. Come rub upon my belly like guava jelly. Guava, 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 guava jelly.